What is Stable Diffusion and what's it used for? Well, as you can see on screen, this is Stable Diffusion, right? Basically, it's a system for generating images using AI, developed by Stability AI. But it goes beyond that, as Stable Diffusion isn't just used by this company, it's open source, and many tools we've shown here, like Focus, COMFYUI, and Leonardo AI, use this system to create their images. So how does this Stable Diffusion system work? Well, I'll use this diagram to explain how it functions. To put it simply, how does Stable Diffusion start creating an image? It begins with pure noise. What does that mean? You can't see anything in the image, it's all pixels with countless tiny dots, okay? Literally, you can't see anything at all. It's like starting with a rock to sculpt, as if you're a sculptor beginning with the initial stone. Through this noise, gradually based on the prompt you've given and a series of steps, it understands your prompt and slowly generates the image from this noise according to your instructions. It always starts with the same noise, but gradually creates the image based on what you've told it. That's the key strength. This process I've just described is called reverse diffusion. Slowly, we transform this noise into a clearer image, becoming more and more defined until you're left with the image you were aiming for, right? This way, you'll be happy having created your image, and that's how Stable Diffusion works. Now you know what it is and what it's used for. COMFYUI versus Focus AI. Let's see which is the better image generator. Both of these use Stable Diffusion, so it'll be a great test to see which one maximizes the vast potential of Stable Diffusion. To make this comparison, we're going to give both the same prompt and see how each generates images. We'll try to do this in the best way possible and see which one produces the best result. Here's what I'm inputting into COMFYUI, a prompt of a girl calmly sipping tea and reading in a luxury hotel. Basically, this will be the prompt. As you can see, we are using Stable Diffusion's Real Dream. We'll use the same prompt in Focus AI. We'll hit generate for both and see which one creates the best images. As we can see, this is the result Focus AI gives us with Stable Diffusion. The result is actually quite good, very well created. We've also used very few steps. We could add more steps and generate it again, but for now I'm only noticing small details. It's in the nails, which are usually tricky for these AIs, and the girl's eyes don't look quite right. Let's hit generate image again. With max steps, it's generated almost the same thing, and the only small issue is the eyes. Now in Configure AI, let's see what it generated. As we can see, the nose and hand areas don't look great. It doesn't make much sense. In this case, Focus AI is doing much better. Let's try changing a few parameters to see if that helps. As you see, after changing the Stable Diffusion model I was using and using another, we've obtained a result like this, where the result isn't perfect, but it's still very well done. In any case, to keep the comparison in mind, remember I'm running Configure AI from my computer. All of this I'm doing from my own PC. If you want to know how to get Configure AI, there's a full guide on how to obtain Configure AI. Also, keep in mind that Configure AI is much more customizable. I've been able to tweak parameters here to improve the image. You need to learn to use it better to get the results you want. The good thing about Focus AI is that this doesn't happen. I input the prompt directly, set the size I want, quick steps, and it makes a great image detecting what I want, but it's not run locally, and you have unlimited attempts. In Configure AI, you have many options. So if you're looking for more flexibility, learn to code your image prompts and create high quality images. As you can see here, I think Configure AI might work well for you, but for speed and efficient results, you're probably looking for Focus AI. Now you know the differences between each and how to use them, plus their pros and cons. COMFYUI versus DALL-E. DALL-E is the image generation AI that uses ChatGPT. Let's compare COMFYUI and ChatGPT's AI. We'll give both the same prompt, a dog drinking water, and see which does better. I'll reset this one as it's from a previous try. We'll specify it's not an image. As you can see, COMFYUI's first results show oddly flying water droplets, but it generates results much faster than ChatGPT, and as you see, this local result isn't bad. We could even run it again, and as you see, it's quite good. The dog is well generated, only the water part is more challenging for it. Overall, the result is quite good, but improvable. Some details are missing and the water doesn't make much sense. The result is pretty good, and for simple tasks it might be quite useful. And as you can see here, this is Tali's result. Honestly, it's incredible. Perfect fire, water falling and all that. She's drinking water, you can see all the droplets and reflections. It's really well done, incredible. But obviously if you don't have ChatGPT Plus, you'll have limited attempts to generate images. That's the advantage of COMFYUI over other apps. It's local, so you can edit as much as you want, set the number of stars, adjust CFG settings your way, and even choose the model you want. In hours, it's trained for specific tasks, so you can do super specific things, but ChatGPT might not do such specific tasks. However, with a basic prompt like I just gave, it can do incredible things like this model here. So everything has pros and cons. If you want to create many images, there's a limit in ChatGPT, but not in COMFYUI. It's true though, in terms of simplicity and quality, ChatGPT, or rather DALL-E, is far superior to COMFYUI at the moment. So this is a brief comparison of what each does and the advantages and disadvantages of both programs. Now you know which one might suit your needs better.